From the outside, it looks like Harry and Meghan are living the dream. Multi-million-dollar mansion, high-profile projects, global headlines. But behind the scenes, cracks are forming fast. Staff are leaving. Expenses are piling up. And their once-hyped Hollywood empire? It's starting to look like a house of cards. Insiders reveal the Sussexes have quietly laid off key team members, including their entire in-house PR squad. Over 24 staff have either been let go or walked away since the couple moved to the US, and some exits haven't even been made public. The royal pair are scrambling to downsize behind closed doors while still projecting luxury to the world. But if you're thinking this is just routine reshuffling, think again. As their costly lifestyle collides with dwindling deals, even their most loyal followers are asking, are Harry and Meghan panicking? When Harry and Meghan's Netflix deal first made headlines, it was marketed as a jaw-dropping $100 million contract. But sources close to the matter now claim the real payout was closer to $20 million, still significant, but not nearly enough to fund their lavish lifestyle long-term. And now, that deal is approaching its end. Their debut docuseries Harry and Meghan made a splash, but follow-up projects like Heart of Invictus and Polo didn't deliver the same punch. Netflix has taken notice and is pivoting away from big-money exclusives, now favoring short-term, performance-based deals. That means if the Sussexes want to re-sign, they'll likely earn far less, if anything at all. For a couple juggling multi-million-dollar expenses like a $14.65 million Montecito mansion, a $9.5 million mortgage, $288,000 in property taxes, and a rumored $2 million security bill, this loss of major income could trigger a financial reckoning. Meghan's personal brand and projects may keep headlines buzzing, but when it comes to reliable income, their Hollywood experiment is looking shaky. With fewer guaranteed paydays and more pressure to perform, Harry and Meghan may find that the entertainment world isn't as forgiving as they once thought. Living like royalty in California doesn't come cheap, and Harry and Meghan's lifestyle is proving it. Since settling in Montecito, they've poured millions into their estate, starting with a $14.65 million price tag and a $9.5 million mortgage that won't be fully paid off until 2050. Add in nearly $300,000 a year in property taxes, private staff, luxury travel, and personal security estimated at over $2 million annually, and it's clear, their expenses are enormous. But what's raising eyebrows now isn't just the cost, it's how fast they're downsizing. Over 25 staff members have reportedly exited or been let go since 2020, including top PR reps, social media managers, and operations heads. Meghan and Harry are also footing the bill for their Archewell Foundation and various personal ventures. Even their faux foreign tours to places like Nigeria and Colombia aren't fully funded by hosts, they're paying out of pocket. To offset the mounting costs, Meghan's team recently shifted from a private in-house PR group to an external agency, cheaper on paper, but a clear sign of belt-tightening. For two people who once promised to break free from royal constraints, they may be discovering that independence comes at a staggering financial price. Behind the scenes, the Sussexes are dealing with more than just money issues. There's also growing instability within their inner circle. Since relocating to the US, over 24 staff have either quit or been pushed out. Top names like their deputy press secretary, European communications director, Archewell's head of ops, and Meghan's own social media manager have all walked away. Even Meghan's personal assistant didn't stick around. And it's not just a hiring problem, it's a reputation issue. Multiple exposés have painted Meghan as difficult, with insiders claiming she belittles staff, ignores advice, and throws team members to the wolves when things go wrong. One Vanity Fair story reportedly left the couple furious, and Harry scrambled to push a more flattering narrative. The problem? Damage control doesn't come cheap, and constant turnover doesn't help. They've now brought in Method Communications, a PR firm, to clean up the mess. It's a cheaper option than in-house, but it signals chaos behind the scenes. As their brand grows more public, their private team shrinks. And in an industry where perception is everything, the Sussexes might be losing control of the very image they've spent years trying to build. The whispers surrounding Meghan's treatment of staff didn't start in Hollywood. They began back in the palace. In 2018, Jason Knopf, Prince Harry and Meghan's former communications secretary, filed a formal complaint accusing Meghan of bullying her aides at Buckingham Palace. According to leaked emails, 2 personal assistants were allegedly driven out, and a third had their confidence undermined. The allegations were explosive and damaging. Although the palace launched an internal probe, its findings were never made public. Meghan has denied all accusations, calling the claims a calculated smear campaign based on anonymous and unverifiable sources. Still, the story stuck. More recently, industry insiders have echoed similar concerns, describing her as cold, difficult, and quick to lash out when things go wrong. One report claimed everyone's terrified of Meghan, while others painted Harry as charming but passive, an enabler rather than a leader. For a couple whose brand is built on compassion and advocacy, these reports are more than bad press. They're a credibility crisis. And in a world where public image translates directly into dollars, the cost of mistrust could be their most expensive problem yet. Just when things seemed to cool down, Meghan lit another fire, this time with a wine launch that raised more than eyebrows. She chose Princess Diana's birthday to debut her new rose brand, and while the date may have seemed coincidental to some, royal insiders weren't buying it. According to sources close to the palace, Prince William saw the move as deeply disrespectful. To launch an alcohol product on the birthday of a mother who died in a drink-driving crash? That felt more like provocation than promotion. It's not just the symbolism that struck a nerve, it's the strategy. Meghan isn't just launching businesses, she's wrapping them in royal branding. From the label on the bottle to her title front and center, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, every detail keeps her royal identity in the spotlight. And that spotlight is starting to burn bridges. Critics see it as a calculated move to capitalize on the legacy of Diana, while continuing to profit from a title she vowed to step away from. For Prince William and other senior royals, it's more than tone deaf, it's a breaking point. And the palace is reportedly taking notes. While Meghan and Harry stay loud in the public eye, the palace is moving in silence. And that silence is strategic. Insiders confirm that Prince William is no longer just watching from the sidelines, he's laying the groundwork for a royal reset. Behind the scenes, legal advisors have already mapped out the steps to revoke Harry and Meghan's titles. Parliamentary language is being drafted. Timelines are being aligned. Every piece of the puzzle is being quietly prepared, waiting for the day William becomes king. This isn't about revenge or royal drama. For William, it's about preservation. He sees the Sussexes' continued use of their titles as a threat to the integrity of the monarchy, allowing them to trade on royal prestige while openly challenging the institution. That's a contradiction he refuses to carry into the future of the crown. And when the time comes, there won't be press conferences or tabloid wars. Just a quiet update on the royal website. A name removed. A title erased. It'll be swift, final, and entirely intentional. Because in William's monarchy, you're either in or you're out. No blurred lines. No borrowed crowns. For Harry and Meghan, the clock is ticking and the next chapter may be out of their hands. Prince William isn't waiting for more headlines or public scandals. Every step towards stripping their royal titles is already in motion. When the crown passes to him, insiders say, all he'll need is a signature. No debates. No delays. Just one quiet act that could permanently sever the Sussexes' last formal tie to the monarchy. This isn't fueled by tabloid noise, it's calculated. William sees their ongoing use of royal branding while living a non-royal life as a dangerous precedent. Royals can't cherry-pick the perks while rejecting the responsibility. That's why he's drawing the line, not out of emotion, but principle. And when that moment arrives, it won't be dramatic. There will be no interviews or televised statements. Just a small digital update and a title gone. That's the monarchy's way, silent, sharp, and final. The question now isn't if it will happen, only when. And with every brand launch and every PR misstep, that moment edges closer. While Meghan and Harry craft polished appearances and charitable headlines, insiders say the reality behind the scenes is far more chaotic. Staff turnover is constant. Former employees describe a toxic work culture where criticism wasn't welcomed and loyalty wasn't rewarded. Accusations of bullying, ignored advice, and volatile decision-making have painted a very different picture from the curated Instagram posts and Netflix edits. And when the media pushed back, when unflattering exposés in Vanity Fair and The Hollywood Reporter surfaced, Harry was reportedly furious. He scrambled to clean up the damage, allegedly pressuring staff to spin positive press. But by then, the cracks were already visible. Meghan's former communications secretary even filed a formal complaint during their time at the palace, accusing her of driving out assistants and undermining colleagues' confidence. Though Meghan has denied all bullying claims, and her legal team has dismissed the reports as smear campaigns, the pattern of allegations hasn't disappeared. It's just been buried beneath new ventures and distractions. And for the palace, it's just more evidence fueling the belief that titles and prestige are being misused, not honored. With each story, the case for a royal reckoning grows stronger. In the end, this isn't about headlines, hurt feelings, or even the palace's silence. It's about what happens when tradition is tested and trust is broken. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle walked away from royal duty, but held on tightly to royal status. To Prince William, that's a contradiction the monarchy simply can't afford to ignore. And so, as the public watches for the next Netflix deal or brand launch, William is playing a longer, quieter game. A constitutional strategy is already in motion. One that doesn't need speeches or spectacle, just the right moment. A moment when the crown rests on his head, and the power to act is entirely his. There won't be a warning, just a digital update. A title quietly removed. A chapter permanently closed. Because in William's future, titles aren't tokens, they're earned through duty, not leveraged through branding. For Harry and Meghan, the royal chapter is already fraying. The only question is, when will it finally be torn out? Because in the world of royalty, silence doesn't mean nothing's happening. It means everything's already decided, and the final move is only a heartbeat away. What do you think? Should Harry and Meghan lose their royal titles, or is the monarchy taking it too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more royal deep dives, updates, and the stories they don't want you to hear. Your voice matters, and so does your click.